So the doctor were like, keep looking in my eye, we're like, what the hell is going on here, you know? They have no idea what's going on. But yeah, Dr. Gulani does miracles.
You know, Dr. Gulani has called me every day to see how I am. Nobody does that. No, there aren't any physicians that I've ever had that do that actually care.
My name's Dale Bryant. I came from Kentucky, found Dr. Gulani online, and it's been a miracle. And I lost count how many surgeries I had. I had the RK, I had a piece of steel that went through my left eye, I had the detached retina, I had PRK, Lasik. I think that's all I can remember before coming here. And he told me this one wouldn't be 2020, but I'm 2040.
That's good.
I'm happy.
That's good.
I did my right one yesterday. I was 2060, or no, 2050, and 2040 today. I read another line lower than that before I blinked, but I know it'll get good.
My name's Cecil Fowler. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a police sergeant there, so I deal with a lot of homicides, stuff like that, and I work at night. I had previous LASIK with no problems, and I got several good years out of that. I had premium cataract surgery because I knew I was going to need it eventually. When they did the surgery, my retina detached, so they had to go in and fix that. Out of either eye, I couldn't have any kind of clear vision at any distance. I could see, but it was all blurry. They ended up doing touch-up PRK here in this left eye, and also YAG capsulotomy. It's just they were just doing anything to, oh, well, maybe this will fix it, maybe this will fix it. Nothing fixed it. So, and they eventually just said, well, that's all we can do, kind of kick you out the door. I Googled Dr. Gulani, well, Googled how I could maybe fix it, and found him, and he seemed like a godsend, almost seemed too good to be true. And then after watching all his videos and stuff, I gave him a try. He come down here, he obviously cares, and it means a lot, because even though you can see just that clarity, and whether it's in your personal life or professional life, it means a lot, and he truly cares about you as an individual, and helping you get the best vision that you can, and it means a lot. And so I would recommend anybody coming to him for the first time or coming back. Dale. So yeah, I mean, it's wonderful. I can't say enough about it. They need more doctors like him.
My name is Brian Kluver. I'm a wildlife ecologist, so part of what I've done for my whole adult life is looking at animals and trying to monitor and observe their behavior, but that's difficult when you're legally blind, as I have been since as long as I can remember. And I've lived all over the country, and I've always went to ophthalmologists seeing if they could do anything about my vision, and they've always told me that there's nothing that can be done. And so for years I actually was resigned to it, but then I just kind of tried to get a resurgence, and I sleuthed the internet, and I found Dr. Gulani, and luckily I didn't have to come from across the country in this situation, but the first time I came here I could tell that this was a completely different type of establishment, and the emotional intelligence and empathy that the whole staff here and Dr. Gulani shows, to me, outstanding. And I had my surgery done 3 days ago in my right eye, and I am 20/20 as of today. So
Wow.
That's good.
That's
wow,
great.
pretty excited. Yesterday morning was the first time I've ever woken up and been able to see the ceiling.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm very happy, and it's a blessed place.
And he's having his next one next Wednesday.
Nice.
My name is Rick. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and I had RK surgery 30 some years ago, like many of us here have gone through that, and I was happy with it. For the next 20 plus years I was able to function without any correction, contacts or glasses, but several years ago it started getting, I could tell my vision was deteriorating, not rapidly, but to the point where I was getting frustrated with it. I'm pretty active. I play golf, pickleball, and ski and all that stuff, and it gets frustrating when you can't see quite like you used to. My doctor in Denver suggested that it might be hit and miss, but let's try cataract surgery and get lenses changed. And it turned out to be a miss. It didn't really help me much. And so then we started experimenting with contacts and that whole thing again, and kind of frustrating. And I, like others, just went online and found Gulani Institute and learned a lot just on the website. But then I learned enough from that to schedule a consult with Dr. Gulani, and that was really, really great. He was very patient, very informative, and gave me a great deal of confidence that this might be a route I would want to go. And after watching a few more testimonials, I scheduled my first eye to be laser plastique, and that was a month ago. I'm back here for the second one. I have to say the first one, not knowing what to expect, it was a little bit of anxiety, but also quite a bit of excitement, because I really trusted in Dr. Gulani and his confidence and the testimonials, and it went wonderfully. No pain, a little discomfort, but that was brief. So coming back for the second one, I had that done yesterday. No anxiety at all, because I knew what the drill was, and the staff here, phenomenal. It was a pleasure to come back to see all the people that helped me with the first treatment a month ago, and I'm just really happy. Immediately, my vision has improved. In fact, right after the left eye, I no longer use readers, which I didn't expect that to be an outcome, but I'm really happy with that. So anyway, I'm really happy to have found Dr. Gulani, and yeah, that's kind of my story.
Hi, my name is Jean. I'm very fortunate that I only live 45 minutes from Dr. Gulani. I don't have to travel across the world like many patients do. I learned about Dr. Gulani from a friend in my yoga class. Dr. Gulani fixed her husband's eyes. He had surgery and his eyes actually got worse. And Dr. Gulani got him back to 20/20 vision, which they were amazed at. So she went and she had her eyes done. And when I was in yoga class complaining about my eyes, I said, I'm 75 years old, and they keep telling me that my cataracts aren't bad enough for insurance to pay for it. And I said, this has been 15 years. So I came to Dr. Gulani, and he said, oh yeah, you should have had them done 10 years ago. So I had my first eye done, and I'm about to have the other one done. And my friend said, you will have 20/20 vision, and you won't even need readers, which will be amazing for me. So I'm very excited. And the staff here could not be better. His whole office is run impeccably. I am so impressed.
And you don't look 75.
Thank you. Many days I do feel it, but thank you.
Hi, my name is Andy. I'm originally from Albania, but I live in Boston. So this is my second time I traveled here. I have keratoconus, high astigmatism on my right eye, a little bit on my left eye, but the right eye is the worst. So this is my second time I'm having surgery here with Dr. Gulani. I found him online, but I live in Boston. There are a lot of clinics there, but nobody gave me hope over there. And it was funny, the last time I was there to get my refraction, because Dr. Gulani asked me for that. And they saw the first time I did a index, like they put like a ring in your eye, so it can fix the structure of the eye. So the doctor were like, keep looking in my eye, we're like, what the hell is going on here, you know? They have no idea what's going on. But yeah, Dr. Gulani does miracles. Right now, I'm not 20/20 like you are, but I am 60 and 80, but it's a lot of improvement, So, like you said, the staff here is amazing. You will never find the staff like here. Amazing staff here. When you step in the door, they know your name right away. It's not like a number, you're not a number here. They know how to treat the patients here. And I don't say this because I know him, I don't know him. I'm just a patient for him. So I'm glad I'm here. And I thank Dr. Gulani and all the staff here for taking care of me. Thank you.
You can't hide.
Hi, my name is Shiva. I'm local. I'm from St. Augustine. I found Dr. Gulani online actually, and he was not my first, and I did go to other places, but I did not like the evaluation from the other places. But the one he did was awesome. Like everything that he did, even in the evaluation, was phenomenal, I would say, because he would tell me what I'm suffering just by doing all this tests and what I would probably get in the future, how I would land. So so I went ahead and so I have I'm myopic, I have astigmatism, and I have presbyopia, and it's pretty bad. And I went ahead with he suggested me to go do the lensoplastic, and it is done in my right eye on Wednesday, and I'm doing well so far, and I have a 20/20 vision on my right eye,
Nice.
and I'm gonna wait and see when my left eye is gonna be. But so far it has been an amazing journey, and I'm so glad that I found Dr. Gulani. And like everyone mentioned, the staff is like amazing, and it's not like it's tough to even get an appointment these days everywhere, and the moment you go there and it's all about like not caring, and you see like it is kind of bad at other places, but I did not experience that here. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Darla. I'm from South Florida. Also, again, fortunate that I didn't have to travel very far to come here. I'm a firefighter. I had RK about 20 years ago, and just recently, within the last 5 years or so, I've noticed that my vision in my one eye has just been deteriorating, and I've seen several eye doctors, specialists, and my last ditch effort was to try the sclera lens, which was just a nightmare for me. It did not work. So pretty much they all gave up. They didn't have any other solutions for me. And so, you know, I was concerned because I have to meet a certain vision requirement for my job. So I went online and I found Dr. Gulani, and it kind of was like almost too good to be true.
My name is Steve Price. I'm from Jacksonville, so not too far. I first heard of Dr. Gulani about 15 years ago from a client, and
Lucky you.
yes, yes. And at that time I didn't feel like I needed anything, and so of course I'm getting older and older, and vision getting worse and worse, and so about 5 years ago, I went to someone else, and I was about to pull the trigger, and I just did not feel comfortable with their whole process. So at the last minute, I said, no, I don't want this. And so, of course, my vision has been getting a little bit worse. Things are blurry. I have readers in every part of the house, in my truck, in my tackle box, you know, everywhere. And anyway, I do have another friend who I was talking with in the last year or so, who is also a patient of Dr. Gulani, and he said he had complicated issues with his eyes, and he was very happy with the results. He said Dr. Gulani is a very confident guy, and have you seen that? Yeah, he is a very confident guy. And then I'll echo that the staff has been wonderful. They're great.
Well, my name is Miguel. I came from Philadelphia. I've been wearing glasses since I was 3 years old, and when I was 26, I was diagnosed with keratoconus. That's why I came here. I'm just telling everybody that there's always hope. It's not just hard lenses and also since, well, it's been a long time I've been wearing glasses. There's always hope, and you'll find it here with Dr. Gulani. I've been searching for a long time, a doctor that will tell me there's always a solution, and we will always find it here. Great staff, great doctor, very experienced, and you'll always find help here. Thank you.
Your turn.
Hi, my name is Roseanne. I came to see Dr. Gulani probably about a year and a half ago. My optometrist suggested I come see him because I had gotten to the point where I could not be corrected with glasses. So when I saw Dr. Gulani, I had had RK done twice. So I had 38 incisions and cuts in each eye. I've had Lasik done, I've had IOLs, their intraocular lens. My eyes were a mess. And I also had very bad cataracts, which was a big surprise to me because my doctor up until then was very familiar, said, oh no, don't worry about it. I tried scleral lenses also. No, that was a nightmare. And I came here and I saw Dr. Gulani, and 8 months ago he worked on my right eye, and 2 days ago he did my left, and I'm staring at that TV and I'm thinking, wow, I can read. Boy, how clear that looks. So I'm just very pleased. And once again, what everyone else said, the staff is very nice, especially Michelle.
My name is Joshua. I'm from Middle Georgia, so I also didn't have to travel too far, as some people have. And I've been wearing eyeglasses ever since I was in 2nd grade. And I noticed my vision was pretty bad, but I used to tell my friends, it was more bad in my left eye, and I would tell my friends that if I were to close my right eye, I probably wouldn't be able to legally drive because it was so bad. I didn't realize that I had keratoconus in my left eye. I just thought it was astigmatism, and everyone who had astigmatism would like this. I was very uneducated on it, and then I had a doctor's appointment last year, like the day after my birthday, when I turned 25, and he recommended me to Dr. Gulani because he noticed immediately that I had keratoconus, and I'm very grateful that it was picked up at the time that it was. I see that it's never too late. Dr. Gulani has made miracles happen with people of all ages, but I'm very fortunate that I've done this. This is my first eye surgery period. Done this surgery at such a young age, at 25, because it could have gotten worse, and I never even I'm just glad it lined up the way it did, and I even found Dr. Gulani because my doctor recommended it, and I didn't have to wait any longer. So I'm very appreciative of the great staff here, Dr. Gulani himself, my parents, my girlfriend for their support, and yeah.
I'm Harriet. I'm from South Georgia, about an hour away, so didn't have to travel far. I first came to Dr. Gulani 17 years ago. I had always worn glasses and contacts, and without them I couldn't see the big E on the eye chart. So I was getting tired of that. So my mother's friend had recommended Dr. Gulani, so he did PRK and he fixed my eyes. I was 2015 after that. My mother, Dr. Gulani also did surgery on my mother and my sister. And then the year later, my son turned 18 and he had PRK and fixed his eyes. He was 20, took after me. And so my eyes, both our eyes has changed in the last 16, 17 years. So my son had his eyes corrected again. We had the laser plastic. So we went through this in December with him. So he's 20 now. And then I just had the lensoplastic. I had my first eye done on Wednesday. So I'm real happy. I'm glad to come back. And of course, Dr. Gulani's like he's always been. He's just wonderful and amazing. And everybody here is amazing. And I wouldn't go anywhere else. And that's all.
Hi, I'm Chris, and this is my second visit. I was here about 10 months ago, and back in 93 or 95 I had RK, and because Lasik wasn't available, but even when it became available they couldn't correct the astigmatism, so nobody told us really what RK would end up doing to us, and at that time, at least not for me, and maybe they just didn't follow patients well enough to know when you get older there's lots of complications. So I had a lot of scar tissue on my cornea, and so I came out last year to have the cataracts done, and we wanted to see how good the eyes got after that. And so we waited for several exams, and they were really, really hard to get in New Mexico. Well, I didn't trust them either. I went to 4 different ophthalmologists who said, oh, we can't touch you with RK. You know, it's just like, and we don't care that we can't. So that was the feeling that I left those offices, those exams, after exam after exam. I didn't know how bad my cataracts were, but I had a vitreal tear in 2021, and that led me to a retinal specialist who said, you might want to talk to somebody about cataracts. And so basically that's how I first got aware that I had the cataracts. And so I drove out here last year and spent 8 weeks in my camper, and I drove back, and it was really excruciating to drive back, so fresh out of surgery. But I did it, and but this time I had to make other arrangements and spend just a week here, so I flew from New Mexico. And you know, Dr. Gulani has called me every day to see how I am. Nobody does that. No, there aren't any physicians that I've ever had that do that actually care. And I'm so blessed. I just am. But I had a problem getting a ride here this morning, and I couldn't get here, so I was gonna hike the bus and hike together, because the buses aren't running well here in Jacksonville. So I called and to tell the staff that I would be late, and they came and got me. So who does that? Nobody does that. No, nobody cares like that. Mm-hmm. And at first, when I first Googled Dr. Gulani, like 3 years ago, upon hearing that I needed to do something with my cataract, I had no idea what RK had done. So I knew there was going to be an issue. The first doctor said, oh, we couldn't take care of RK patients. And I'm like, okay, time to Google. So yeah, the testimonials make so much difference. And then he's, like they say, he's the doctor's doc. He's talking to other doctors, trying to get them so that you can have this kind of procedure available in all the states. You know, won't that be a miracle that people actually care like Dr. Gulani does? And I mean, he's just a miracle. Thanks everybody for listening, and thanks for being here to share your stories. It means so much to everybody who's facing the same problems.
Right, my turn. So my name is Teal Bronzo. I'm from Arizona, Phoenix. I have keratoconus, or I just had surgery yesterday, so I'm still in recovery. but I had keratoconus for a good 15 years, and slowly it's gotten worse and worse. Then I started acting on it right away. However, just about everybody in Arizona, there's a bunch of specialists, but everybody specializes in one thing. And then you go to that person and they tell you, oh, you can only do that thing. And they tell you, but that one thing that they can do, it's not gonna really fix you. It's just gonna, for example, a bunch of them tell me that cross-linking was the only thing that can be done, which is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with cross-linking. It just basically freezes your eyes where it is, which is like, why would I pay all that money just to stay the same? And I just kept researching, and thankfully I didn't listen to that and got that done, because I was like, I don't want to spend all that money just to stay the same. Eventually I came across with Google, with Dr.Gulani, and yeah, it took me a couple of years because I also was skeptical, just reading reviews, and I wanted to make sure it was legit, because everything was like, it sounded so good to be true. I'm like, everybody else says it's not possible, but Dr. Gulani is like, we'll work around it. And I'm like, I don't understand why nobody even talks like openly about Dr. Gulani, which is like, come on, look at all these people here. Like, it's just, at the end of the day, I think it boils down to just them making money and not really caring so much that they're gonna recommend somebody else that can actually get it done. So eventually I'm here, and like I said, I'm still recovering, so it's yet to be seen, but based on what I hear, like, even, because when you see it online is one thing, but once you're here with everybody else that's already been through the process, it's definitely more comforting for me, and I'm sure for a lot of you guys too, that first, like, you're Googling and trying to see like if it's legit. But yeah, so I'm glad I came, and like everybody else is saying, like, the staff is just, you don't find that. It's very hard to find that even in a restaurant nowadays. Like, not just in a doctor's office, but it's hard to find it. But I'm so glad I'm here, and I'm really thankful.
I don't think I took all my 2 minutes. I just wanted to say one thing, and that was, I'm here for the lasoplastique, and I had that done yesterday, and he did both eyes, and I think it's just because of my complicated issue of getting here and staying here and the rest of it. So that doesn't happen either, like making accommodations for every single one of us. And I'm telling the story to every person I know back in New Mexico, so they are aware that there are, possibilities for them. So, yep.
Hope and heart. Hope and heart.
Yes, that's truly.
A lot of heart here.
It's you guys' blessings that has kept me going all these decades. And this is day one post-op, all of you flying out. To me, my life has been share what I do here. Not only performance and surgery, which I share all the time, everything, but even your reactions, so that every doctor fights for you. No one gives up. And this is what we call Flyback Fridays here on Fridays, and families coming here. Bob, I've seen you grow from here. All of you guys amazing, and then we are flying back for your second eyes from all over the world, again, not just across the street. Means a lot. It becomes personal responsibility for me. Really an honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.